J Bills from Media Spotlight UK, and I'm reunited with OJ Rosé, the businessman in the building. How are you feeling, sir, first of all? It's only been like a month since I seen you last.
Month and a half, yeah. We're locked in. Good camp, but knock him out.
Well, I mean, obviously, your last fight with Callum Izzard, very, very good showing. It looked like in the first 3 rounds, it was kind of like, the way I looked at it from the crowd, it looked like it was evenly split, but then come the 4th round, I believe, it was just like you had him.
3 rounds.
Was it 3 rounds? So by the 3rd round, it was like you had him.
Yes, we knew what we were doing. We had a game plan from the start to finish, and it worked out. You know what I'm saying? We got to gas him out, work that body, and then boom, 1-shot KO.
So how did you get to the point of like realizing that he was gassing and that you were able to execute your plan essentially?
We knew from the start because we know how hard I worked. I don't know about him. I know how hard I worked in camp.
Yeah.
I knew what I can do. I knew I can trust my stamina, and it worked out.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So, I mean, obviously now, like, you know, Callum, obviously he's doing his own thing at the moment. Do you see him returning back to boxing? Like, you know, did you guys speak to each other after? Like, how did you rate his performance and how did you guys speak after? Are you guys cool?
Yeah, you know, there is trash talk, but, you know, we share the ring together. You know, it's all respect. It's all love. He's a very tough guy. I feel like he'll be back. I feel like he's very good still. He's still very good, in my opinion.
Well, of course, you're here fighting Gabriel Silva. Obviously, his last fight against Ben Davies, there wasn't much really to go off of. Obviously, he's the son of an MMA legend. So for you, like, you know, how do you see this fight going? A lot of people are anticipating this could be fight of the night because a lot of people are rating that it's similar styles for both of you as well.
It will be. You know what I'm saying? He's very long, lanky, a fighting background, legendary father, Anderson Silva. I already fought Kimbo Slice Jr., you know? So it's in my pedigree, it's in my resume, so
yeah.
Repeat.
So what do you make of Gabriel as a fighter? Like, obviously you've seen his MMA background and his boxing background. Like, what do you make of him as a person? What do you make of him as a fighter? Like, how's that preparing you for what to expect in the ring? Because this is a technically gifted...
Right there? Is that Gabe right there?
No, that's Rhino.
Okay, I couldn't even tell.
Yeah. He's already done his media workout.
Okay. Well, I think Gabe is very slick, very long, jab heavy. We're going to handle that. Don't worry about it. We're going to handle that. We got a plan for him.
So, I mean, do you change, like, the dynamics of camp, like, every time you have a fight? Because obviously between Kimbo, between Callum, and obviously this one, Gabriel, is there any differences in terms of how you're preparing? Because obviously each fight is going to be different.
I'd say the most we do is change sparring partners, you know, because Kimbo was a shorter guy. Callum was a little bit taller than me, but this guy is very long and lanky, so we got to have that kind of sparring. Taller guys that are jab heavy just like him.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, I mean, obviously, you know, this is, I mean, we saw it earlier, like with you and AT talking stuff. You know, it looks like whoever wins between you two is going for the light heavyweight championship. You know, how do you expect yourself to get yourself the W? And then also, if you get the chance to face AT, what do you make of him as a fighter and, you know, his progression to capture the championship, and then how the fight between you and AT go?
Well, obviously I'm going to focus on Gabe first, but I feel like I'm going to knock Gabe out. It's my opinion. And then when we get to AT, he like to hug, right? He won't hug me. Trust me, he won't hug me at all. Watch this fight. It's going to be a brawl, slobber knocker, slugfest. Someone's going down in that fight too.
So how are you avoiding the idea like of clinches and stuff like that? Because, you know, even like the past couple of fights that I've seen, like there's clinch heavy with some of the fights. How are you looking to avoid that without giving too much away?
Nobody AT has fought fights like me. Saw Pop is a counter puncher. Kenny's jab heavy. I'm a come forward pressure fighter, Mike Tyson, Bob and Weave, you know what I'm saying? He can't handle that, man. Come on. He won't handle that.
So, I mean, in terms of like, you know, this Friday, like obviously the build up is going to be, you know, it might be more intense because obviously both you guys have got a lot to prove. Right. You know, what's the message that you're trying to get to Gabriel, like, you know, to try and get in his head?
I don't fear him. Even though he has more experience than me, I fear no man, I fear God only. That's it. 100%. And, you know, and finally, obviously, you know, you've been in Misfits quite a number of times now. Obviously, if your goal after Gabriel, if you win, is to get to AT, you know, and should it be a case that you win the championship? If it were to be, what would be the goals going forward? Are you wanting to go higher up the ranks? Like, what's your sort of motivations? I want to fight KSI one day. That'd be a
good fight. Okay. I mean, he's retired at the moment, but you know, what would you take to get him back?
I got to beat AT, and I feel like, you know what I'm saying, one more fight after that, like a big name. He can't deny me, you know what I'm saying? I'm in his weight class. I'm right there, 175. Let's run it, man. Both Nigerian, too. Both Nigerian, so why not? Run it in Nigeria. You never know.
Ooh, interesting. I mean, because there's a lot of countries that have been talked about. Well, I mean, there's four that have been talked about for next year, but who knows? It might be the case of that. I mean, what do you rate as far as KSI skills in the ring? I mean, obviously his last fight with Tommy Fury, he came up short. You know, both fighters like done really well as far as I saw. How do you rate KSI as a fighter?
I feel like the last fight was a draw, in my opinion. 4-2 to Tommy, but point deduction makes it 3-3. So, with that being said, though, KSI is a powerful guy. He has power, but his fighting style is very weird, very unorthodox. It's going to be hard to get in there, but once I get in there, it's going to be a brawl, slobber knocker, just like me and AC.
Because it's funny, because I just saw you in the ring, and you know, you brought up a little bit of Michael Venom Page in terms of like, you know, some of this of what he's doing. So is that kind of like some of the techniques that you've been picking up in camp for this particular fight?
Yeah, I can't say too much. Y'all gonna see in the fight though. I got something in my sleeve. Just watch.
Okay, not, you know, he's a man of few words, but you know what I mean. He got it done with Callum Izzard. He got it done with Kingo Slice, and you're looking to make a statement with Gabriel Silva. What's the last message that you want to send to him? Like that he's right there. What do you want to tell him?
He said that'd be an easy fight, man. I don't know about that, man. Stay tuned for this fight. Someone's going to sleep, and it won't be me.
Well, you heard it from the Naja boy himself, the Naja Prince in the building.
The businessman. Come on,
the businessman always comes up with a plan, gets a game plan going, as you always say. I don't know. I'm suck at rapping. OJ, it's always a pleasure. And I know things are going to be quite intense between you and Gabe this week, but, you know, I'm looking forward to your fight.
Yes, sir. It's all love, man. All love regardless. Respect.